Why Not? A queer podcast.
Thank you to our sponsor, Pineapple Healthcare, an award-winning primary care clinic right here in Orlando.
Pineapple Healthcare offers mental health counseling, HIV, STI testing and treatment, and specializes in care for the LGBTQ plus community.
Open Monday through Saturday. Call today at 407-553-6336 and schedule your appointment.
Pineapple Healthcare. Better together.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rick Todd.
And I'm Jeremy Williams, and you're listening to Wine,
Why Not? A queer podcast.
episode 164.
You know, right before we started recording, I was like, I'm going to have to pee during this podcast. So
Yeah.
why I didn't say, well, stop before it starts and then go. But now it'll just be a long...
Now we're on a timer.
Now it'll be a long, painful podcast for me and listeners.
I tell you, as you get older, holding in going pee hurts. Like when I was younger, I'm like, I kind of got to pee, but I'm in the middle of something, so I'll hold it. And I can hold it. No problem.
I don't know if this is like something that I need to talk about on this podcast. But also I notice like if I don't go when I have to go, like if I'm stuck somewhere and I have to hold it for a long time, I will stand at that urinal for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it'll just, takes a while. I'm just saying, getting old's cool. Everybody should do it. And everybody will.
Not everybody.
For the most part.
Not everybody.
James Dean didn't get old.
He didn't. He didn't.
Beep, boop, boop.
What?
Oh, yeah. You don't know that thing I do? It comes from one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Is something that was very unpopular and lasted like maybe a season. And it was called either Go On or Going On. And it starred Matthew Perry, and his wife had died. And he was part of
he was in a grief rehabs or a council thing.
Yeah, grief group. It was a support group for grief. And they were telling him, like, he wasn't telling people his wife was dead. And they're like, you need to tell people. And he's like, well, I don't want to upset them. So, like, he hadn't told the gardener that she died. And so then they cut a cutaway to him telling the gardener, because the gardener's like, hey, where's Mrs. So-and-so? And he just went, beep, boop, boop, boop. She did. So whenever we talk about somebody who died, or when somebody dies, Jen will say, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? And I'm like, no. And she'll go, beep, boop, boop, boop. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's a sad beep, bop, boop.
It's like that news junkie show here in Central Florida. Every time they talk about someone who's died, they play It's So Hard to Say Goodbye by Boyz II Men.
You know, because I got rid of Facebook, so I have very limited social media. But Sabrina will pop up on my TikTok For You page every once in a while, and I'll just be like, "Oh, hey, that's Sabrina," and I'll like scroll through a couple of her videos, see how she's doing.
Little Sabrina, she's funny. I enjoy her. She's a very dry,
I love Sabrina.
Very dry comic who is a co-host on. I don't know if that's her official title. I don't want to upset the guy who runs it all by calling her a co-host if she's just,
she's a radio personality
for the news junkie. She's hilarious. It's my
Love
softball
her.
with her. She's fun.
Yeah. Does she still? Because she used to write for us. I don't know if she still does.
She does.
But she was she's a freelance or a Viewpoint writer.
I believe she does. You know, it's interesting the way that Viewpoints work now. It's like there's like 26 Viewpoint people. And everybody writes like one a year. I just wrote a check for somebody who used to write like every fourth paper. And the last time I wrote a check for them, this is the 7th issue of the year. It was in like November of last year or something. So there's a lot of people, a lot of voices to be heard. So anyway, so here we are. Woo, excuse me. In episode 164. I'm working on a new laptop here, so I hope everybody can hear me. We've been having some audio issues. Hey, if you can't hear me, call me. I'll do something. I'll tweak it. I'm sure that's how it works, right? Did I ever tell you that when I worked at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that I had to answer the phones as a production assistant? You know, we alternated who had to answer the phones. And while it was airing, so it was like 8 o'clock at night and it was on TV, there was no taping going on. It was just airing and somebody had to sit there and answer the phones. Somebody called me and they were like, "Hey, it's driving me crazy. Regis's tie is crooked. I need you to go out there and fix it." And I was like, I can't because the show is pre-recorded. Like, what?
So that's already happened.
They were like, that doesn't make any sense. How's it pre-recorded? How does the phone a friend know to be home when they're gonna call if it's pre-recorded? Because we tell them.
Okay, the show's over. You know, I think somebody still does it like in syndication, but Regis is dead. The show's over.
Is Regis dead?
Was it legit? Yeah. Are you asking me seriously?
Yeah. I didn't.
Yes. He died like 10 years ago.
I guess I knew that.
Oh, you blocked it out.
You know what you didn't say?
It hurts so much.
You didn't say beep boop boop boop. So how was I supposed
Oh, that's what it was. My apologies. So how legit was, like, did they seriously just say, "Hey, tell your friends to stay by their phone," or
was it COVID?
How did that work?
It died in 2020. So here's how it works. Is like we're taping the show during a certain time, and it's like you tell every one of the contestants who could possibly be up there tells their phone a friend person to be ready during this time frame. And then I feel like too, like I didn't work in that sort of area, but when it's just a natural causes, but it makes sense because he
what are you
wasn't
talking
a
about?
young man. So
just a friendly reminder. None of us can hear the conversation between you and Caitlin.
I know. I know. My bad, y'all. So
you were in mid sentence and you were like, natural causes. I was like, what?
I have death Tourette's. So anyway, I would think somebody would call the person and be like, "Hey, your person's sitting down now, so it could be any time." That kind of thing. All I know is that you watched it, right? The show when it was in its heyday, and like if somebody got up there
when it was on like every single night,
it
was like a phenomenon.
Yeah, and then when
and
then a contestant would get on and they'd be talking about something, they're like, "Yeah, I could turn a cake into a yo-yo and spin it 100 times. It's great." Then my phone would go off and the producer would be like, "I need a cake and a string stat," and you would have to like go, and it's like we would be listening and like a contestant would say something really obscure and we'd all be like, "Ah, fuck!" Like now we're gonna have to go find this thing and we're gonna have like 3 minutes to do it. So
you need to find me bananas and Cheetah Rivera.
It was exciting though. Like it was fun because when they did the celebrity thing, I think I've told this story before about Lance Bass being on there and me trying to get into his dressing room. But it's like that was a lot of fun. I rubbed chest with David Duchovny because the hallway was
rubbed
packed
chest.
And I was getting like people's sandwich orders and I walked by him and I was like, "Excuse me."
How did that make you feel?
He was. Yeah, I mean, at the time he was.
Speaking of David Duchovny's chest, did you know that they're rebooting X-Files?
Really?
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, the guy who did Sinners, just won some Oscars, is behind the reboot.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah,
who's gonna be in it? I want Keke Palmer to be in it.
I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure Gillian Anderson is involved somehow because she's been talking about it.
Speaking of sinners,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about Gillian Anderson? She does a spot-on British accent, and I found out it's because one of her parents are British and one of them are American. And whenever she's in England, like she's doing a public appearance or she's on a British award show or a talk show, she talks in a British accent. And when she's over in the U.S. doing press in the U.S., she uses her American accent. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I want to know what she does on the 4th of July.
She hunts herself down.
I only asked
runs around the house.
Because The Patriot was on yesterday, and I had to watch it. I just love that movie.
Good movie. I've told this. We've reached that point in this podcast where we just repeat stories. But I've told that story before, where I have a very vivid memory of me and my dad going to see The Patriot, just him and me. And I remember walking into the theater because we didn't know it was that movie and A Perfect Storm with George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg was out. and he wanted to see both. And we kind of just rolled the dice and we're like, whichever one starts first, that's one we'll see. And the Patriot started first, so that's why we went and saw the Patriot.
Good one. Speaking of, because we're talking about celebrities, I just saw this headline. Do you know that Mariska Hargitay is taking over the role that Harry Potter's doing in that show? Every Brilliant Thing, the one that you went to see?
No.
It's her Broadway debut. Yeah, it's her debut, and she's taking over that role.
Shit, I may have to get another ticket. I love her.
I gotta tell you, I haven't been the kindest person to her, but I bet in this show she'll be great.
Wait a minute, why haven't you been the kindest person?
I just am not a fan. As you know,
of Mariska Hargitay. I love her so much. She, well, not her, her character, in Law and Order SVU, terrible detective. I love the show, but how many times do they get it wrong? Every episode is you're guilty, and then by the end of the episode, it's like, we fingered the wrong guy, and it's like, how many times do you do this before you get fired?
Me too.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, I used to go to Hanks.
But I can't believe you don't. I love her. Did you watch the documentary she made about her mom?
No.
It's good. It's on HBO. It's good.
I mean, you know, I would watch it, but I feel like she's in it. I should go back. You know what it is? Maybe it's this. Like, I'm also not a fan of the guy that was in that show.
Chris Maloney?
Yeah, not a fan.
I love him.
And I think that it's because everybody loves him so much. Look, I've only got so much love in my heart, and most of it goes to Air Supply. So, you know.
Oh, I thought you'd say your husband, but okay. If Dylan is listening, I'm sorry to you, sir.
I'm about to say, he doesn't listen. He won't know I said that. But I see Caitlin ferociously writing, and I have a feeling this is going to turn into a clip.
A clip. This is going to turn into
to make up
marriage
for
counseling.
Yeah, to make for it somewhat. I was talking to I was at the internship fair earlier today, which is why we didn't record earlier.
Oh, I miss those. Yeah. I miss very few things about working.
They're great. We
but I
miss
those.
Yeah. We
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He asked if you were happy being free from all of the newspaper stuff, and I was like, yeah, actually, I think he's very happy.
So happy.
I think it's short. I think it's something that he would love to get back into, but you know, on a level that's not as intense as something like this. And we were talking about finding balance and things, and about how generationally speaking, people from my generation and older are like married to their jobs, and younger people now are like, hey, balance, I come first. And I said, yeah, to me, it goes Watermark, Dylan, my dogs, and then me. And so there you go. He's second there.
See, I'm Xennial. I'm that space between Gen X and Millennial. So, and also I'm a Gemini. So I'm like torn between being the Gen X work, like my job comes first, and I need to make time for myself. And I'm leaning into that make time for myself part of my life now.
Yeah, and I don't judge this in any way. As long as people's jobs get done, that's fine. It's so foreign to me to think, like, okay, here's an example. Let's say my car won't start.
Mm-hmm.
My thought process will be, I mean, not now, because, you know, I know the owner. But if I didn't own the company, my thought process would be get it towed to a mechanic, Uber to the office, and then be at work and deal with it. But I think, like, a lot of times now it's like, oh, I got to take care of my car, or I got to do this thing. And I think, like, to me, my initial thing is to go to work. Like, when I was in high school, I was playing baseball, and I slid into home plate, twisted my ankle. It was like green, like it was so gross looking. And the next day I missed the bus to school, and I hobbled 3 miles to school because I'm supposed to be in school. And that's just the way it's supposed to go. And so I couldn't think like, to me, there was no like not going. Like, I
Not
have to do
not to
this.
call out all the responsible adults in your life, but why didn't someone drive you to school?
Because I didn't tell anybody. Also, my parents were at work, and so I didn't say. And my brother was so mad. He's like, "We missed the bus. Just stay home." And I was like, "No," because he's like, "If you hobble to school, I'm gonna have to go to school too." And I was like, "Well,
Yeah. Also, you can do more damage.
yeah." I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't bright.
No.
It wasn't bright like my ankle was bright green. Anyway,
Gross.
it's 164.
Oh,
Are
yes.
you excited about the number? So excited. We
Um,
went 15 minutes of talking about crap before we got to it.
Numbers always excite me. I found a couple of things that I thought were kind of fun. The biggest thing that I found, do you know what E164 is? In your research of the number,
Is
did
that
you
the
find out what
number
E?
of pills I took? I was in my 20s and 30s now.
Maybe after marriage counseling, you get one-on-one counseling.
Hey, look, I've already been through the 12 steps. I'm good.
Oh, you're good. You're good. No, E164 is the international standard of what defines the format of telephone numbers. So it was established in 1984, and it is what dictates the country code, national designation code, which is our area codes in the US, and then the subscriber number, your phone number. It's what dictates the rules for that. Your phone numbers cannot be more than 15 digits, including your country code, national designation code, and your subscriber number. And we in the US are 001 for country code because we are number one.
Right on.
USA.
Golden age right there.
Yeah. So if anybody was curious, that's why our phone numbers are the way they are. Another thing, 1950 TV show, The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin. Did you ever, I mean, we weren't alive in the 50s, but did you ever watch them? I know that they were on Nick at Night for a while.
I'm aware of his work. I've seen it.
It ran for 164 episodes. It was an American Western show that aired on ABC from October 15th, 1954 to May 8th, 1959, and followed the adventures of a boy and his dog on a U.S. Army fort.
I was more of a Benji fan. And for me, it went Benji, Lassie, Rin Tin Tin.
Yeah. But here's I think what differentiates. So Benji was a suburb dog, Lassie was a country dog, and Rin Tin Tin was a military dog. So it depends what side of America you side with. But yeah, so Rin Tin Tin.
Was Benji a mutt though? I feel like Benji.
He was,
yeah.
Benji was a mutt who lived in the suburbs.
Benji was a poor mutt. That's why I liked Benji, because I too was a poor mutt.
The movie. Do you know the movie The Matrix? We're all familiar.
I do. I'm aware of that.
Okay. I thought this was kind of a fun little tidbit that somebody actually sat down and added it up. But Keanu Reeves has 164 lines of dialogue in the original The Matrix, the first one. Of those 164 lines of dialogue, 94 lines are questions to someone in the movie, which means the movie's a little over 2 hours. Keanu Reeves, Neo, asks a question in that movie every 1 minute and 40 seconds. How obnoxious is that? I can't stand when people ask a lot of questions.
Hey, you got to highlight the alert.
You know what's not a question?
There's a question.
You know what's not a question? Whoa. Which he's kind of synonymous with that.
164 times now.
He only said it 3 times in the movie. And I read an article on this that he's synonymous with saying whoa in that movie, that people thinks he says it a lot in the movie. He only says it 3 times.
I hear that he was supposed to say it more, but Joey Lawrence had a copyright on it. And
that
Tony
damn
Danza.
Lawrence.
Did Tony Danza say whoa?
Whoa.
It
sounds
Lawrence
like something
like,
he'd say.
Whoa.
Yeah, it sounds like something they'd say.
Sounds like something Tony Danza would say.
Yeah. Speaking of Joey Lawrence, the Lawrence brothers, there's 3 of them, are hilarious on TikTok. Do you follow any of them?
I don't.
They crack me up.
I used to.
You used to?
Well, you know.
They age out there, Epstein?
Maybe I did. Whatever. I
What
was
where
an
did you
age
follow
then.
them?
Well, no, when they were on TV and popular, I
Mm.
did. I watched their
Follow
shows.
them in the news. Gotcha.
No, I followed them home.
Like, I didn't know what
Look,
you
I'm gonna
meant.
tell you.
I didn't.
Now that you mention it, actually, I was friends with this girl in high school who was obsessed with every celebrity ever. I think I may have told you about going to see like Stars on Ice, sort of a thing. Like famous ice skaters did a show, and she snuck us into like this after party afterwards, and it was Christy Yamaguchi's birthday, and she was opening some presents that her family got her, and there's the two of us standing there with her family, and this girl, her name's Megan. She's a dear friend, was when we were in school, and like while she opened it, she's like, "Oh, what is it? This is so exciting!" And they're looking at us like, "Who are you people? Get out of here!" So anyway, she also, like for some reason, was Joey Lawrence a singer, or maybe he was doing a
He
show.
had a very brief singing
Yeah,
career.
so he must have
Very
been doing a
brief.
concert, and she found out where he was staying, and she got into his hotel room
Oh.
and stole his trash.
What?
Yeah.
His trash?
Yeah, like, well, I mean, she got in there and she's like, "Oh, what's yeah." Now she
Are
probably
you sure she just didn't have a job there and was like, I'm housekeeping. I need to grab the garbage before we go.
Yeah, and then she took his sheets to the laundromat
Oh my
and wiped
God.
out all of his glasses? Who does that?
That's what's funny about that? Not funny, but kind of interesting. Because it was whose birthday was it that you snuck into?
Christy Yamaguchi's.
Okay. When I worked at Watermark, when I was exiled to Tampa for that short period of time,
Thank you for
You're
your
welcome.
service.
I was covering George Takei was doing a speaking engagement at one of the colleges there, and I went to cover it. And as I was leaving, I wanted to say thank you to the lady who arranged it. So I went to the back, and because it was a college, there was a bunch of student volunteers. So I was sitting in the back with the student volunteers, and she came in, and I said, "Thank you very much. I just wanted to, because she gave me a ticket to the show and everything." And as she came in, one of George Takei's assistants came in and said, "Hey, it's George Takei's birthday, and we have a birthday cake. Do you all want to come sing happy birthday?" And she was talking to the students, but I just followed along. I was just like, I'm going to go. She didn't say no. And I went back there, and I have photos of me with George Takei at his birthday party. And then I have pictures of me and the lady who was like the school person who organized it for me, of me and her eating pieces of cake of his birthday cake. And it was a blast.
That sounds
but
like
it was
an
just
SNL skit. It should
it
be
was
an
just
SNL skit.
it was funny that you and I both snuck into the birthdays of famous Asian people. I just thought that was funny. Anyway, 164.
Yeah.
Pokemon
Like,
164.
I just took a glimpse at
Yeah.
at my shirt, and I wanted to ask you this question. Do you I think you said this before we started taping, that somebody said that you looked like you were an inmate in what you were wearing?
Yes, Chris, because the color I'm wearing, if you're not watching the video of this on YouTube, it's like a light tan colored button up shirt. And apparently from the waist up, it looks like a prison jumper. And Chris, when he saw me testing my camera before we started the podcast, told me I looked like I was doing one of my prison phone calls with family. Is that what you were going to say?
Wait,
Is that what I look like?
Told you that you look like you were doing one of your like that you've done these before?
Like a prison video call. Well, I do
Oh.
this every week.
When
Just
you say,
this time
like,
I look like I'm in prison.
like he said, like, oh, you're doing one of your calls with your family. It sounds like you do multiple calls with your family for prison, and so it was interesting to me. No, I don't know if are you conscious of what you're wearing when you do tape these podcasts? Do you have a rotation of clothes, or you just
not at all? It's whatever I am wearing on that day we're doing it. That is what I wear.
Yeah, I happen to notice because when I open up the studio to start recording, I see like the last couple, and
yeah,
I'm embarrassed that I wore this shirt like 2 weeks ago. I have no
I was
shirts.
wondering where you were going with this.
Yeah, I just need to change.
How
up.
crazy would it be if I picked up my camera right now and turned it around and I was in prison? I'm like, Warden says I got 20 minutes, guys.
Yeah. If somebody comes talking, it's like, get off the phone. It's my turn.
Move it
My
along.
podcast is due.
And then he shivved me in the side and I died and bled out on camera. This would be the most watched episode.
Give me a chance to go.
Boop. Jeremy died.
You know what? It's chaotic. Caitlin just said this is a chaotic episode. It's chaotic because Jeremy has indicated that he doesn't have much to cover in what he did this week. So we're just rambling on about
Also,
shit.
I started drinking before the podcast started.
And I've only had to eat today 4 tiny little shrimp cocktail things and like an orange. And I've been drinking caffeine, so I'm wired.
Wired.
Anyway, what else you got for 164?
Oh, well, I can't move on until I do Caitlin's Pokemon. Pokemon 164 is Noctowl, which is the evolved version of Hoot Hoot from last week.
I can't tell if that owl is like hitting on me or wants to kill me.
Well, this might actually answer that question for you. That damn owl is over 5 feet tall. It's a giant owl, and it has eyes specifically adapted to see in the dark. So it hunts you. So it's trying to kill you.
That is a skinny fucking owl. It's 89 pounds at 5 feet tall.
I wish I was 89 pounds and 5 feet tall.
That owl's name is Karen Carpenter.
Ooh.
Also,
boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. She did. I like how I was like offended by that joke, and I'm pretty sure I made 2 Karen Carpenter jokes last week.
I know, right? Rick, how could you?
How dare you?
Oh.
She just wanted to be loved.
She's a love.
And then my last one. So I just, because particularly with everything going on and the news cycle being as rapid as it is, just trying to keep the fact that the Epstein files are out there in everybody's mind. Page 164 of the PDF file that I have, which is funny. It's a PDF file. And on TikTok, they say PDF in place of pedophile, because you can't say pedophile or they'll pull your video down. So I think it's hilarious that the Epstein file I have is a PDF file.
Sure is.
But the 164th page is just the continuation of the deposition from last week. So instead of just repeating the deposition, I thought I would just name a few people who are in the Epstein files who have yet to face consequences. Some of them, I was surprised. So did you know Woody Allen in the Epstein files?
I did know that. I think I heard something, where somebody was like, oh, come on, they're even going after Woody. And they were like, oh, leave Woody alone.
But
sort of thing. I don't know.
Steve Bannon, I think we all knew that one. This one, because I hadn't heard anything about these 3, but David Blaine, David Copperfield, and Naomi Campbell are all in the Epstein files. Isn't that crazy?
Does it say why they're in there?
It did, but I didn't write it down. All the names I wrote down.
Any accusations here. We're
no.
saying their names appear in there.
I will say they appear in there, but all of the names that I wrote down did either fly on his plane, email back and forth with him about certain business ventures, or went to the island. So none of these are just like with Jon Stewart. He got mentioned about hosting an event. These are people who actually interacted with Epstein. Alan Dershowitz, Deepak Chopra, Sarah Ferguson, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, and then, of course, the Tweedledee and Tweedledum of the Epstein files, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, who are both named a lot. Anyway, that's just a few names of the people who have not been brought to justice, or at least been questioned. Well, I take that back. Bill Clinton has been questioned. No one else on that list has.
Yeah. The evil Democrats. What a bunch of bullshit. Did you hear that man going off again? Evil Democrat. What's so evil? Why does him ask him that? Explain to me what makes Democrats evil. It's a fucking joke. And the fact that anybody listens to that, man, I swear.
I don't even believe in evil. It's made up for the Epstein files.
Do you know
Anyway, what do you have?
Do you know what Vocaloid is?
A Vocaloid?
Vocaloid. Sorry, I meant Vocaloid. Do you know what Vocaloid is?
No.
It's like you can correct me if I'm wrong, Caitlin, but I just jotted this down in this whole. There were pages of this, but it's Japanese music made by a synthesized voice. So it's not a real thing. It's like a synthesizer. Is it a real person? Caitlin is having a conversation with me again, but I'm gonna. So because she's not live on here, she can explain it on our socials later if I say something wrong. But it's 164 is a Vocaloid producer. And so if you are on like is it Spotify or YouTube or something like that, you can go to their channel and it's all of this music.
Wait a minute. 164 is a person or a program?
164 is the name of the person or their producer. Maybe it's just their name. Like I'm sure like Doja Cat isn't Doja Cat's real name. So
no, but I feel like 164. Well, I guess if English isn't your first language, 164 sounds like a cool exotic name. Yeah. I don't know. All right.
Anyway, the 164 group, for those that have who want to partake in the wine not portion of the podcast, it's AA's Tri-County Central, which covers Hillsborough and East Pasco counties. Now I don't know what the other county is because it does say Tri-County, but it didn't say what the other county was. Anyway, I thought it was interesting because
wait, what were the two that you named?
Hillsborough and East Pasco.
East Pasco?
Mm-hmm. Maybe
I'm going to say Polk County.
Oh, okay.
Well, if it's West Pasco, I would say Pinellas, but if it's East, I would say probably Polk County.
Yeah, maybe.
If I'm wrong,
always love to give a
we'll
shout
never
out
know because nobody ever emails us.
One time, we got one email.
We do.
Didn't
we haven't heard from our
Ryan,
fan.
and he said, "Stop fucking talking about me on your podcast."
One of them, yes. No, but we had a fan who used to message us and be like, "Hey, did you watch this?
Did
he die?
We are
if you're listening, reach out. We're worried."
Right? Either we're so good at picking shows, or he stopped listening.
No, come back. Don't go.
Yeah, come back. Give us some suggestions, because let me tell you, we're having a hard time lately.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Volvo 164 is a luxury sedan?
I don't have any sedans or luxury in my life, so I didn't know that.
Hey, guess what exit 164 on I-75 is? It's just fun
on I-75?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Keeping it local here to me. Punta Gorda, exit 165, 164.
All right.
Do you know what the 164 or the 164th Airlift Wing is? It's a military outfit out of Memphis. Anyway, those are the only odd things that I found about 164. So here we go.
I like it.
Friends, episode 164. Do you know the fact that we talk about Friends? It's like AI always wants to summarize this podcast and say like, oh, and they've got Friends misadventures. Like, no, we don't have misadventures.
Should we just flip the switch and turn into a Friends fan podcast? We'll just watch an episode of Friends every week.
I don't know,
and we'll discuss it in detail.
Look, we're fans, but I don't know if we're like podcast fans. You know what I mean? Like, would you go that niche with something? Like you
got to really be a fan. Yeah. And there are podcasts out there, people who just rewatch shows.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, there's a couple who rewatches Buffy and they'll critique each episode, and I'll like listen to it, and I will get so pissed off when I know they get something wrong. And I was like, that's your whole thing. How are you fucking this up so bad?
Right? So
it's all you're doing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's how we get away with this. We're specialists in nothing. Did you know that there's an SVU podcast where they just talk about episodes of SVU?
No, but it makes sense. The show's been on for like 400 years.
Yeah.
I may start watching or listening to that one.
Yeah, I mean, you go with something like that, and you've got a podcast for a long time. If you do a weekly podcast about episodes of SVU, you've got a 10-year career, 20-year career. Anyway, Friends, episode 164. What do you think?
164. See, here's the thing, and I will say this: other than season 9, season 6 is like my least favorite season. There's a couple episodes that I like, but overall, it's one of my least favorite that I rewatch. So I don't know this
You want
one.
the
7 and
subplot?
8. Remind me of what last week's was. You didn't write that down, did you?
Well, I did last week.
Oh,
I feel like it was the one with the dress.
oh, the one with the dress. Okay, so this one is. We're approaching the wedding. We got to be close to the wedding.
It has nothing to do with the wedding.
Oh well, then
I mean, the only
fuck
thing
me,
about
right?
one of the subplots of it is Monica's freaking out about the idea that she's never gonna have any first again. Like she's not gonna have a first kiss anymore.
Oh, right,
all
a
that.
first kiss. Oh, because Phoebe is dating Michael Rappaport.
It's not
Is
that
she
one.
is?
I don't think it's
Oh,
that one.
not that one.
The other subplot is that Ross has a student who's failing and wants to get a better grade, so he pretends to be gay and
Okay,
says
I
it's
do
too
like
hard.
this episode.
That it's too hard to concentrate because you're so beautiful.
My favorite part is that druggy pothead who's like, "I love you, dude," and he's like, "No, you don't." And he goes, "He's lying to you. I really love you."
That actor
Cracks
is in
me
one
up.
of the greatest movies that I love so much called Rat Race. Did you ever see this?
I love Rat Race.
Rat Race is so good. He plays the guy who gets the tongue piercing and talks like this.
Oh my god, he does. That is
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Adorable.
I love that. That's one of those movies that has gotten like a cult following since it came out, but it was like a total bomb. I love that movie. It is
Every
so good.
time there's some sort of race going on of any kind, Jen will go, "It's a race."
I love that
It's
movie.
such a good movie. And Kathy Bates, everyone's in it.
Everyone's
Kathy
in
Bates,
it.
like crazy squirrel lady. Want to buy a
Yes.
squirrel?
It's got Whoopi Goldberg. It's got Cuba Gooding Jr. It's got Rowan Atkins. It's got John Lovitz, Naomi, Kathy Najimy,
Seth Green.
Seth Green. Just so many people, and
Yeah.
it's so good. It's free to watch on YouTube. You can go to YouTube Movies, and Rat Race is on there. And I know this because I watched it like a few weeks ago. So good.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch
Anyway,
that again. Do you know what else
you
is free
should.
on YouTube? Greetings from Queer Town, Orlando.
It
Go to
sure
Watermark
is.
Out News' YouTube page, and you can watch it now for free.
I don't know if it's the shirt or the angle of this camera, but I have no shoulders. Where did my shoulders go?
I know you need some B. Arthur pads.
I know. I'm just gonna lurch it, or not lurch. Who is the bald guy from Addams Family?
Fester.
Fester. I'm gonna fester it.
You're gonna let it fester. I didn't realize that all of my junk was
He had
visible
no
on
neck.
the camera. I gotta move things around.
Your junk is visible on the camera.
It's my OnlyFans. Welcome to my podcast and OnlyFans.
I was talking
God.
to Chris about how I have no money because sales are down at Uggs. So if you're in the New York City area, come into Macy's and buy some Uggs from me.
Help 'em out. Come on.
But
Don't be cheap. Go buy
he
some
said
Uggs.
I should. He goes, you should start an OnlyFans. I said nobody wants to see me on OnlyFans. He goes, listen, and I believe when we worked with Jake, I feel like Jake used to say this all the time. Everyone is someone's taste.
Yeah.
He goes, trust me. So I'm flipping through TikTok like 2 minutes after he said this, and there is he has to be easily 400 pounds man in tight, short jean shorts and cowboy boots dancing on a coffee table. And all of his videos are him dancing in cowboy boots and tight jean shorts. And he has like hundreds of thousands of views. And everybody in the comments is...
I know who that is. I'm just kidding.
Oh. And everybody in the comment is like, you need to tell me where you got that coffee table. That is such a strong table. But they're all watching and commenting, so he's making bank on this.
Can I tell you a funny story about OnlyFans? I think
Sure.
it's funny. And it's certainly not... Ma, don't listen to this part. So, yesterday...
Mothers, turn away for 20 minutes.
So I joined Crunch Fitness because I was like, it's on the side of the street. We talked about this in the podcast. It's on the side of the street I wanted to be on. I joined Crunch Fitness. I signed up for physical training, personal training, and that's all coming to an end. So I was just reading through the contract to make sure I canceled it in time so it did not renew and all this stuff. And I was trying to count the number of sessions I've been charged for. So I went and I looked up on my credit card, and there were these charges for OnlyFans. And I was like, why are there charges for OnlyFans? Because I thought I had canceled. I mean, look,
Oh,
I'm gonna act like I didn't watch porn ever in my life. So
yeah.
so I had subscribed to some OnlyFans things, and I'm thinking like, oh my god, like how much money have I spent on this without realizing that I still had these subscriptions? So I had to go onto OnlyFans on my phone to look it up to cancel it. So I unsubscribed from all those things. And and then I go and I sit down on the couch, and Dylan's there, Jen's there, and we were talking about something. I was like, oh, let me look that up, and I pull up my phone, and it like pulls up OnlyFans to this very graphic
Mm.
thing, and Dylan was like, "What is that?" I was like, it's OnlyFans.
Um,
I just
I started an
unsubscribed."
OnlyFans to surprise you.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary!
Hey, our anniversary is coming up. Anyway,
Oh, it is, isn't it?
our 5-year
In a few
anniversary
weeks.
is next month.
Nice.
All right, so here we are, friends. Not
Oh,
you and I
yeah.
are friends. We are discussing the 164th.
I totally
episode
forgot
of
we were
Friends.
talking about that. We had I don't remember. I think
All
you
right.
told me already, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No, I was telling you that it had to do with Ross, but that's the subplot.
Oh, that's not the main
This is
storyline.
it's called the one with Joey's award, where Joey doesn't win the soap opera
the
award.
soapy.
So he takes the soap opera award from somebody or who he actually did win. He takes it home.
Yeah. From one of now, in his defense, it was one of his co-stars, so he accepted on her behalf. It was a soapy, which is the third most prestigious soap opera award out there, and she didn't even want it.
Maybe you should host a Friends podcast.
That's one of my favorite, because I love Matt LeBlanc, and one of my favorite line deliveries is in that episode when she's like, "Oh, it's a soapy," and she throws it on the couch, and he decides, "Well, I'm going to take it." And then Rachel grabs the bouquet of roses on her desk, and he goes, "Yeah, you did." Cracks me up.
Here's an interesting fact about this. Allison Sweeney guest stars as Jessica Ashley, who is an actress in the fictional version of NBC soap opera Days of Our Lives. But in real life, Sweeney plays Sammy Brady on the real Days of Our Lives. And she also co-stars in that real show with John Aniston, who is Jennifer Aniston's father.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he was on a soap opera.
In The Circle of Life. Oh my God, speaking of Circle of Life, you have to have seen this video of this comedian from Zimbabwe. Hilarious. It's one of the fun. I laughed so hard when I saw this video. So if you haven't seen it, there's a comedian. He's funny as shit. He was on America's Got Talent. He's from Zimbabwe, and he was on a podcast, and they were talking about something. And so he decided to make this joke about what they're saying in Swahili or whatever it is before in the Lion King, at the beginning of the Lion King. And he said, this is what they're saying. They're saying, "Hey, it's a lion. Oh my God, it's a lion." And then he kept saying it in like the tune of the song, and it's hilarious. But this guy who
didn't find it hilarious?
The guy who wrote it, is suing him for like
slander. Yeah,
$15 million. And he got served while he was on stage doing his set.
Yes.
I mean, listen, people, they're fucking comedians. Take a joke. And also, it was really funny and probably made people pay attention to something that they haven't paid attention to in a long time. Now, I happen to know this guy, and God forbid I say something on this podcast about this guy, at least I be sued for $15 million. But like, give this guy a fucking break. He's a comedian on a podcast saying something hilarious, and then he's gonna get sued. I hope that he wins, and then I hope he sues this guy for all the pain and suffering and embarrassment that he's gone through for being sued for making this joke. Anyway.
Yeah. And I will say, I don't know why you're suing. Lion King needs all the publicity it can get, because that show, I hear, doesn't do very well.
I'm just saying, it's been out for a long time. This has given it new life, unless it's all part of the scheme. Like, did they get together and say like, "Hey, let's like have this Drake battle, like Drake and The other guy.
Kendrick Lamar. Oh, Jesus Christ. The other guy.
The guy who won. Drake and the guy who won. Yeah. So, cut the guy some slack.
And I also say that as a joke because The Lion King is still the second most attended Broadway show on Broadway. Do you know what the first is?
It's never, probably Jellicle Ball. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's Wicked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lion King and Aladdin all do very well.
Yeah.
Which,
Do you know why
show,
Aladdin does well? Because Disney owns that theater. It's in the Walt Disney Theater.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll always be a Disney property in there, and Aladdin does just fine. So they're like, we're just going to keep it in there.
The New Amsterdam, that's where Lion King opened. I don't even know where it is now. I'm surprised they moved it. But I know that guy. I used to work there. I know this guy. I'm just like, come on, give the guy a break. All right. So
you know the guy who wrote the song?
Yeah, that's suing him.
I need you to call him and set him straight. And then tell us what he said.
Actually, I would tell you some stories, but I
you don't
may
get
have
sued?
signed an NDA, so I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But I just will say this. It doesn't surprise me. The 164th greatest movie ever made, according to cinemaarchives.com. What do you think?
The Lion King.
Oh, I should give you some hints.
Maybe. I'm in the dark here.
Hey, there's a lion. Oh my God, look. It's a Scorsese film, 1973.
Mean Streets.
Look at that. He didn't even need a clue. Harvey
No.
Keitel and Robert De Niro looking very svelte in this one, I will say.
Very good. His first big break. Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
Oh, you never seen? Oh, it's good.
But
Just
it might
check it out.
surprise you to know it's about the mafia.
What? No.
Scorsese wrote about the mafia? What? Or directed the mafia thing? All right, here we go. You're probably going to get this too. I'm excited about these, but I think you're going to get them.
Yeah.
So this is the 164th greatest director of all time.
Martin Scorsese. No, he's probably much higher.
Now, I'm going to try to give
much higher.
I'm going to go with what I think you won't get right away until I work my way into the ones, because there's no way with the last one you're not going to get this.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 3.
Joe Wright. No? He didn't do Jurassic
we did
Park
Joe
3?
Wright already. Remember? Joe Right, Joe Wrong? We did that.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Joe Mama. It was Joe Right, Joe Wrong, Joe Mama. That was the name of that episode. Jurassic Park 3. About Schmidt.
Oh, that's a cute movie. I like that movie.
Citizen Ruth. Now's where you're going to start. Now's where it's going to start getting harder to stay away from the ones that you might know. Election.
I don't know who directed Election.
Sideways.
That's a wine movie. I know that one.
And then here's what has to give it away. The Holdovers.
That is Joe Johnson.
I'm so sad.
It's not Joe Johnson?
Alexander Payne.
Alexander Payne. Oh, he did direct Sideways. I thought Joe. Okay.
I thought you were just making up a name. I didn't know you were really guessing.
No, there's a director named Joe Johnson who I thought directed. I forget what. Sorry, I'm already like 4 glasses in. I forget what movies you listed, but one of the movies you listed I thought was Joe Johnson. Anyway.
Well,
Joe Dante. Is that who I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't remember now. What are we talking about?
But we're going to stay here and let you work through it. I mean, we got.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about your week.
No, I'm kidding. We're moving over.
Yeah, we're moving on. Tell me about your week.
I mentioned this earlier. My week was work. I'm Rihanna. All I did was work this week. However, I did 2 things that I did that I thought were interesting. First, I went and looked at it because our lease is almost up here. So we went and looked at a couple of apartments.
How'd it go?
We found some that are kind of like, oh, these might work. We have a couple more to look at next week, but we'll see. There was one we looked at. It was like,
what borough are you looking in?
We're still looking in Hell's Kitchen right now.
Oh,
we have a couple next week that we're still in Manhattan. He really wants to stay in Hell's Kitchen. If not in Hell's Kitchen, definitely in Manhattan. So we got a couple more next.
Okay,
There's
you
2
should check
in
out up
Upper
in
West
that-
Side
Check out up
and
there,
1 in Kips Bay over near the VA hospital. I'd like to live near the VA hospital because
Well, yeah.
I visit there so often that it's just nice to be near it.
Look, you barely break a sweat for your anal pap smear next time.
Right? Have we talked about since I had my anal
Yeah.
pap smear done?
Well, I mean, we
Everything
we
came
talked
back
that
good?
you had it done. Yeah.
Oh, everything came back
Oh, yeah. I
good.
think
Yeah.
everything came back good. Good.
Like the little lady in Poltergeist says, this house is clear.
Yep. That exact
Did I
phrase
make that
was said.
joke?
Yeah.
It sounded familiar. And I
No,
was like,
it's
you know what? I'm
fresh.
going to go for it.
Well, it sounded like you were saying it for the first time, so you really could.
Thank you.
You could be an actor.
Speaking of actors, I walked by a famous person and didn't say anything to him because he had his AirPods in and seemed to be in a important conversation on the phone. So the only thing that I did last week that is of worth any mention is I went and watched Project Hail Mary. And can I say, this is one of the best movie I've seen in years.
Right?
It is so good that
I'm so glad you liked it. I was getting real
will
nervous.
go see it again. It's one of the best movies I've seen in a long
It's
time.
so good. And
so good.
You become so emotionally attached to this fucking rock, but
Yeah.
it's so good.
It reminded me a lot of Castaway. It's just an actor and an object. Now, in this case, it's an alien object, but they do so well in making you feel for this character and this object, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
And I've always found, prior to Barbie, I always found Ryan Gosling to be, he felt like pretentious to me. He didn't seem like a fun actor. And then I saw him in Barbie and I was like, oh, he did really good in that role. And then I watched this and I was like, fuck, I was so wrong about this guy. He is so good.
Yeah, he really, really is.
I know we're early in the season, but I will be shocked if he doesn't win an Oscar for this damn thing.
Yeah, he will at least win for favorite actor or best actor in a comedy movie.
Now, I will say, this was definitely, because we've talked about this with The Martian, because it's written by the same guy who wrote The Martian. The Martian was nominated for best comedy, and Matt Damon got nominated for best actor in a comedy. That I was like, huh? This was straight up. I laughed the whole fucking time.
I laughed the whole time. I laughed and I cried. I like every emotion that you can feel in a movie. This movie is what movies are supposed to do to you. Like it's just incredible. Like now, even talking about it now, I'm gonna go see it again. Yeah. I expected to like it. I didn't expect to love it, and it was just so good. Like I said to you, I don't know if I said on the podcast, but I said to you, I liked it so much that I stayed through all the credits, hoping there would be an after credit scene.
There is they released a Lego set for this, and I love this movie so much that I am going to go buy the Lego set, even though I am poor and can't afford the Lego set.
Listen,
but I'm still going to
go buy an UGG so that he can buy a Lego set.
Thank you. So last Wednesday, I go and see it. It's a matinee because I was like, it's going to be empty. There was still quite a few people there for a Wednesday matinee. But as I'm walking up to the theater, I'm crossing the street, and crossing by me, Billy Eichner. Yes.
Go ahead.
I just stared at him like, holy shit, that's fucking Billy Eichner. And he's got his earbuds in and he's chatting away. Very intense. He's not like he's yelling, but he's having a very
Did he have a microphone
conversation
in his hand and screaming at people on the street?
No, but I honestly, for a split second, I thought about taking my phone and running up to him like it was a microphone and being like, sir, answer me this question for $1. But I don't know if he would find that funny because he looked like he was involved in a very intense conversation.
He doesn't look to me like somebody
who's
to
approachable.
Be approached.
No,
yeah,
he did not give approachable vibes at all.
He's in,
but I passed by him.
New. There's a new show that he's in. I've got to find out what it is because I was gonna suggest we cover it, but I know you didn't like Bros, so I was like, I don't know. If we will.
Oh my God. Now he's going to hear this. He's going to do a search on him and this podcast is going to pull up and he's going to be like, oh, my name was mentioned. and he's going to hear that I saw him on the Upper West Side heading towards the AMC at Lincoln Square. And he'd be like, oh, are you a fan? And then you're like, he fucking hated your movie. And he'd be like, okay, I'm going to look for you now.
Now he's going to be like, you're that fucking liar who tells
you
people
motherfucker
that he's getting off at the next stop when he's not.
Oh, I
You're
am.
But lies,
You're not
Jeremy.
wrong, Billy. You're not wrong. Anyway, so I went and saw it at the AMC Lincoln Square, saw Billy Eichner, and then I go into the theater.
I saw him when I was in New York last time. I
oh,
went
did you?
to see Ragtime, and he was there seeing Ragtime. So there you go.
That bitch makes it all over the city.
She gets around.
Upper West Side. So what we've learned here today, kids, is if you want to see Billy Eichner walking around like a real human being on the streets of New York, hang out in the Upper West Side, because that's where he is. Now, this is the thought that went through my head as I was walking to the theater, because he passes by me. I look at my phone, and the show starts. I think it was a 2:00 showing, and it was like 1:30. And the thought in my head was, at this moment in time, I know now exactly where both voice actors for Timon are at this very moment. And they're both in New York. Nathan Lane is currently getting ready to go on stage for Death of a Salesman because he had a 2 p.m. matinee on Wednesday. And Billy Eichner is right behind me. And I felt right with the world. I don't know what it was, but I felt like the world's going to be okay.
Yeah. Hakuna Matata.
Indeed. Hakuna Matata.
Which actually stands for gay male voiceover.
You know what?
You know what? That's a joke, Lebo. It's a joke.
I heard the lyrics of Lion King, and they were like, it means no worries. I was like, bullshit. It means gay men. And I stand by that.
Gay men for the rest of your days.
I stand by that. Anyway, so I go in the theater, and if anybody... like AMC, the Lincoln Square one is like the local theater where I'm told where the locals go to. It's the only theater I go to because the AMC at Times Square is fucking chaotic, and the escalators are like they're like Stairway to Heaven. I can't ride those escalators. They scare the shit out of me.
You get a nosebleed.
Yeah, they scare me. They're so tall.
I mean, God, one shake of the earth and
yeah, and you're dead. You're done. And what makes it worse is as you're going up, there's the entire wall is just windows overlooking Times Square. And you just look down and you're like, if I fall, I'm dead. And it scares the shit out of me. So I go to Lincoln Square, and there's a gentleman who's, God bless him. I don't know what he does other than work at AMC, but I don't think anything because he's always there when I go there.
Was that a really nice guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he scanned your ticket and he's like, hey, how you doing? Are you having a great day? And I was like, yeah, I'm having it. He goes, great. I hope you enjoy your movie. And you're looking fantastic today. And I was like, you know what? I needed that today because Billy Eichner ignored me out front. And I needed someone to acknowledge me. But he is so nice. I love this guy. So I go in.
He's super nice.
So
and he'll get you
nice.
into a conversation.
Yes. So I go in, I get my snacks, and I go sit in the movie. And I got there a little early. So I'm waiting for the pre-show to start. And there's a couple like next row back at the very end. So I'm in the middle. They're at the end. And I can hear every word they're saying because they're so loud talking. And it's a guy who's like maybe in his mid-30s and then like an older gentleman, like in his 70s. So I'm like, oh, maybe he brought his dad or his grandpa to the movies. And he's talking to the older guy's talking louder than the other guy because obviously he's old, so he probably has the hard hearing. But the younger guy's talking about how he lost his job and he's finding it difficult to find a job. And I was like, oh, that's sad. Maybe I should tell him that Macy's is hiring because Macy's is hiring. And then he says to this old man, you know what it is I am a conservative. And in New York City, they don't like me, so they won't hire me for anything. And I was like, oh, that's why you're a douchebag. That's why you don't have a job, because you're a douchebag. So he's talking about how he's hated in New York City because he has conservative values.
I mean, does that come up in an interview?
I don't know. He brought it up pretty quickly in his conversation with the old guy, so I imagine he brings it up in interviews.
You know, what did
he
you
was
do
the
for
campaign
work?
manager.
I find Democrats and I smash their face in. Like,
He's like, I was the campaign manager for Sarah Palin. I don't know why they won't hire me.
Yeah, I work for. I was about to make a joke and I forgot her name. Damn it! Who's the
Pam
conservative?
Bondi.
I
Christy
want to say Anne Hathaway. It's not it. Ann Coulter.
No.
Like I was a assistant to Ann Coulter until she went liberal soft. Did you hear she's like bashing him now?
Yeah. Oh my God. There is. I don't want to get in the weeds about this, but there is a total civil war going on in the conservative movement. And it's who's the guy who was on Fox News? He got fired. They just impersonate him on SNL. Tucker Carlson.
Oh yeah.
Tucker Carlson and Erica, what's her name, and the other girl. They're all. I don't remember their names.
That guy that.
There's so much chaos, and I love watching the chaos.
That guy. I love it. That guy's reaction. So right, Erica Kirk.
I want to say Erica Kane, but I know that's not right.
Yeah. Oh, she's in that movie we're gonna watch. Susan Lucci played Erica Kane on.
I
Children,
love
right?
Susan Lucci.
We're gonna watch that. It doesn't come out until April 10th, but we're gonna watch that movie. The guy, the comedian that dressed up as a white woman and went out, so
yes,
she's suing him.
Yes,
she's suing him because she said he dressed up like me and and he goes, I never said I was Erica.
No, not one of his videos does he say he is her. It's so crazy.
All right. Anyway.
So they're talking, and then the movie starts. And during the movie, they played the trailer for the new scary movie with Anna. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? I can't remember names. Anyway, did you ever see Scary Movie with the blonde? She was married to Chris Pratt for a while. Anna Faris.
Yeah, she had the baby for for Chandler and Monica.
Yeah, so Anna Faris is back in it. Along with a lot of the former cast members. But there's a clip in the trailer where she reunites with her friend, and she goes, I don't know if I'm supposed to hug you because I'm a conservative now. And that means I'm racist. And I laughed out so loud knowing that guy was back there, because I was like, holy shit. That means you're a racist, bro. You're a racist.
He's like,
Anna Faris just said it.
Faris, I feel your pain.
Cracked me up that I listened to that bitch about him not being able to find a job. And then she's like, I'm a conservative. That means I'm racist. I was like, huh? Maybe don't bring it up in your interviews, dude. Anyway, so I saw that movie. Loved that movie.
What did he say in his interview, too? Like, they're like, oh, tell us about yourself. Well, I'm not a diversity hire, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Like, what
I hate DEI, and I love America.
I mean, actually, you're protected by all these liberal policies in a job interview because they can't ask you questions like that.
Yeah. Also, I live in New York, and I moved here from the South, so I won't say this with 100% of my chest. I will say, if you don't like it, dude, move the fuck out of New York. Go to Alabama or Mississippi. You can find a job down there.
Or, don't tell people you were vacationing in D.C. on January 6th.
Right?
Like, find a way around it.
Anyway, that's how my week was. How was your week?
Exciting. My week was fun. I had a lot. I did a lot. We could do a 3-hour podcast on all the things that I did.
And go.
All right. So, with the BZA, which is sort of like, I forget what it's the zoning meeting that needed to happen. The BZA meeting. That's sort of like for the garage conversion. Yeah.
Right.
So there's so how it has to work is you apply for this thing, and then this committee of people decide that they're going to suggest that it gets approved. Then they have to have a meeting where they agree that they're going to suggest that it gets approved. Then they send a letter to the city council to say, hey, you should approve this. And then the city council meets to approve it. This is why. I mean, it's bureaucracy, whatever. I love the city, beautiful, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. I'm just going to say my yard has been torn up since November. I just want this thing done, and nothing's happening. Gaping hole in the house. All the heat's coming in. I think we're hearing shit in the attic again. It's just all kinds of craziness, and it's like, just finish it. So anyway, this meeting had to happen on March 24th, which unfortunately was 6 days after the city council meeting, which means we have to wait until the next city council meeting for them to finally approve it. But the committee, this is how this meeting went. We're waiting forever for this, so we had to go there in case there were any questions. The meeting starts, and they say the Pledge of Allegiance, right? That's how it starts. Everybody stands up, hand over heart, Pledge of Allegiance, and they sit down. Then they introduce everybody. And then they say, here are the minutes from the last meeting. Any objections, anything? No, pass, the meeting's passed. And then they say, all right, we have 9 things were 9, what do they call variants things? They read a sentence, 9 sentences, one from everything. And they say, anybody here have anything that they want to say? Nobody does. Anybody on the board have anything they want to ask? Nobody does. We vote to approve these unanimously. Okay. No new business, meeting over. 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes cost me an extra 45 days on this garage conversion. So that's exciting. But anyway, the good news is it got approved by them. So now we have to wait until April 20th for the city to approve it. And then,
Jesus.
and then we can start the renovation, because nothing ever goes wrong with those, and they're always quick. So there's that. Thursday I went to see Fat Ham. Are you familiar with Fat Ham?
I am.
I didn't
Fat
know much
Ham,
about it.
really quick. When I first moved here, almost a year ago, can you believe it's been almost a year?
My
Anyway,
gosh.
remember when I talked about how I went and watched where there was a musical that was in I forget what word they used, but like development, and they brought actors in to just read the parts.
Call that workshop.
One of the workshop, yes.
Yeah.
One of the actors from Fat Ham were in it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So Fat Ham basically is like fat, queer, black Hamlet, right?
Yes.
That takes place in a barbecue.
At a barbecue.
At a backyard barbecue. I did not know what to expect. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen any version of Hamlet ever. So I don't know who's who.
You didn't have to read it in high school?
I mean, listen, if any of my college professors are listening, I read it. There was this thing. It wasn't Cliff's Notes. It was called something else. There was something. It was and
yeah, you had Cliff Notes and then another like brand of like Cliff Notes.
Yeah, but it was like Cliff Notes for plays, and I was taking like 2 or 3 theater lit classes at the same time. I literally was assigned to read a play a night. So what I did was read these shortened versions of them. So if I ever was supposed to read it, I probably just read the whatever Cliff Notes.
So we read Hamlet in school. Also, when I was in drama class, we did a comedy version of Hamlet, and I was Laertes. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Obviously, you didn't read the play.
That's as related to Hamlet. Who was this character?
He was he was the friend of Hamlet, but he was the son of the uncle who was who was basically set himself as king.
So
they have the sword fight at the end.
So it was okay. So in this version, he is a military person.
Because he just comes back from the war. Yeah,
who is closeted and in love.
Sounds about right.
Hamlet.
Yeah, AKA, all checks out.
AKA Juicy.
I love me a Juicy Hamlet.
Is Fat Hamlet's name? Juicy.
Okay.
So anyway, I didn't know much about this, but I got to tell you, so I went to Orlando Shakes to see this, and I have never been disappointed by anything I've seen at Orlando Shakes. Last year,
Cabaret, which I saw 3 times. Actually,
this guy that played the role that you played, he was the costume designer for Cabaret.
Oh, I believe. Was I better than him?
I don't know. I didn't see your performance. Give me a little.
Just say yes.
Show me. I mean, I can't lie.
Oh,
look, I have a friend who's doing a friend show this year, and he's like, "You got to cover it," and I was like, "You got to be good, because if you're not, I'm going to be honest." All right, so here we go. Pink Floyd's. Are you familiar with Pink Floyd's, the restaurant on Mills?
Mm-hmm.
They actually made real barbecue and they eat it on
For the show?
like you see the people on stage just going to town on this barbecue. Of
Never.
course they are.
Never have I ever wanted to be in a show more.
Right? I mean,
I must
looked
be
good.
in Fat Ham.
It looked good. So anyway, I want to give it. I looked up their names. Jashawn Jackson played Juicy, which I
Nice.
assume is the Hamlet character, who was very good. There was somebody who was obviously local and very well known that played Juicy's mother, and that was Patrice Bloomfield. She was really good. But there's this character that's a friend of Juicy, not the gay one that wants to hang, but just like their friend, who was divine in this. His name's Lee Kelly, and he had this like standout role. There's this part where he like is high and he's telling this story, and it must have gone on for 10 minutes, and you're just in it with him, and it had to do with like getting like fellatio from a troll or something, and he's just like went with it, and like all of it, like or something. It was really hilarious and crazy. It was a really funny show. The only thing that was weird about it, I will say, is that there's this moment in it where they do karaoke at the barbecue. I don't know if that happens in all the shows. It must. But anyway,
I will say that in Hamlet, like the original Shakespeare Hamlet,
they did karaoke.
There's no karaoke.
Yeah, so they do karaoke, and I thought that was weird. And also, like, the sound was coming from the karaoke machine, it seemed like, and it was a little wonky, much like probably the sound is in this podcast because I got a new laptop. But I will tell you this, Juicy, they sang Creep, and right, from driving in a car with me while I've been drinking, that I love every version of Creep that's ever been made. And so I listened to that super loud. Loved it. It was great. Anyway, great show.
Can I say this really quick? I don't know. I won't go into great detail, but there were many a nights of finishing up at Savoy, going to Taco Bell, and then sitting in your driveway, eating the Taco Bell while we listened to like 6 different versions of Creep.
I knew when I heard them singing Creep that I was like, Jeremy's gonna love remembering how much I love Creep. I mean, and you say you were eating Taco Bell. I was wearing it.
You devoured. Like the sheer amount of food we got from Taco Bell was crazy.
I can order like $30 of food for me.
Like you would literally order like 7 or 8 cheese rolls, and you would eat those until we got in your driveway, and then you would eat everything else.
I would get I get a Mexican pizza, 2 Doritos Locos tacos, Mexi Melt with sour cream, pintos and cheese with sour cream, a burrito, and it just went on, and all those cheese roll-ups. Yeah. Anyway, so that was exciting. So I went to St. Pete on Friday night. Not so happily, but I did because I
not
had
so
to go
happy.
there.
Why?
Well, because it was Tampa Pride the next day, and there's just we have Pride of Tampa. Woo! I'll get into that. Trust me. Pride of Tampa, and there's just like the amount of people who have automobiles that can carry things around is limited, and so I had to go out there so that I could get. Well, I mean, like. I'm not calling. Caitlin's saying I'm calling people out. I'm not calling people out. It's just like some people like had the cars in the shops, and it's been a really interesting.
I don't understand how you hire so many lesbians but have so few pickup trucks.
Or get a Subaru that can carry a tent. That's all I'm asking. No, so
I say that as someone who doesn't even own a car anymore.
And then like somebody who has a big car had to go cover the No Kings protest and all this other. So anyway, I had to go out there so that I could pick up all the stuff to take to Pride of Tampa, so that somebody else could take it back there later. Anyway, ended up staying at the Hollander Hotel, and I just want to say, adorable. I don't know if you've ever stayed there. I know that we used to go listen to Judy Be Good sing. But,
oh my God, I haven't thought of Judy Be Good in years.
Right? She should go to New York and do a cabaret show upstairs at the Duplex. Manifest
she can
it.
stay with me. If she's listening, Judy, if you want to come do a cabaret in
Judy.
New York, I will let you stay with me.
Judy,
Do not bring Mark and Gary.
Yeah, don't
but you
listen
can
to
come
what I'm
stay
gonna
with me.
Don't listen to what I'm gonna say in a minute, Judy. But do go and do the cabaret there because we
Just
love
know that whatever he says next, I don't agree with.
you absolutely do. So then we go to Pride of Tampa, and I just
Uh-huh.
want to say about Pride of Tampa that I adore them. I think that they are great for doing Pride of Tampa because see what had happened was Tampa Pride took a break and said for
They
whatever
pulled a
reason
gay days. They're going to take a leave of absence.
take a leave of absence. Gonna regroup, gonna think about what's going on. So the community said, "Hey, we need something." So for whatever reasons, I'll let them explain them because I'm not, I'm not part of Tampa Pride, nor do they answer my calls or emails to sponsor their events. So who knows what's going on?
Nice to see things haven't changed.
Yeah, yeah. Although the theory is the leadership has now, but we'll see. There was an email went out that the former president's no longer the president. So, we'll see. Maybe they'll answer an email. Maybe not. Maybe this will put the nail in the coffin that says they'll never want to talk to me. But
scandalous.
Hey, but listen, and this is something new for them. And so this is what I want to point out to say congratulations to this team of people who stepped up to do this because it was a fun event. There was a lot going on that took multiple levels of the Cuban Club, and the mayor of Tampa showed up at the event, read the proclamation, and a representative from the county showed up to congratulate them on the work that they did. And it's so important to always show up for your community. It is so important to do that. And these people in a short amount of time threw something together. It reminded me of when Come Out with Pride first started. And I loved it. It was great. They were so thankful for everyone there. They made this huge banner, for Watermark for being a sponsor of it all, which is great because to anyone who may run any other Pride, Watermark does sponsor them all. And we are happy to do so. So, reach out.
I don't because I love all of the mayors in the readership area there.
Yeah.
But it is hard to show support to mayors when I have to watch Memdami just tear shit up. Did you see the auto-tune thing he did?
No.
He was at an event and they put gave him an auto-tune mic, and that bitch just tore everything up. He is just so fantastic. And every mayor should be like him. I love him so much.
I don't know what. Go ahead.
I just want to say because I feel like even though it's been about a year, I feel like I've been away from Florida for decades. Is the lesbian still the mayor of Tampa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jane Castor.
Jane Castor. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if she was still mayor or not.
Yeah. She showed up.
It was nice that she showed up then. Good for her. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch the video of Mondami doing auto-tune.
25th anniversary party, but that's okay.
Oh,
30th?
I didn't mean to pick at that wound.
We didn't do a 30th over there, did we?
Yeah, we did. I was there.
I need to get some sleep. I need to eat more food.
Not to pick at that wound, but yeah, if you check that Mondami auto-tune video, it's hilarious. I love that man so much.
What's so funny is I'm really sitting here struggling to come up with a memory of the party over there.
Oh, really? There was. Am I thinking of the right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was our 30 I was there for.
Is in my ear trying to convince me that the History Center in Orlando is the 30th anniversary party. I'm talking about Tampa Bay. So I remember the 30th here, of course. So anyway, here's a weird story, right? Just real quick, and I'll be done. After Pride of Tampa, thumbs up, guys, thumbs up. After Pride of Tampa, we came back to Orlando, and I went to Marlowe's Tavern to get a burger because I wanted a burger.
I love Marlowe's Tavern.
Marlowe's Tavern's burgers are delicious, and
not only
chickpea fries.
I was just gonna say the chickpea fries are so good,
unbelievable, right? But
I love them.
So here we go. So I'm I'm only kind of hungry, right? Because I'm taking these shots now, so I don't.
Yeah,
eat
the
as
more
much.
you talk, the hungrier I'm getting.
And so I was like, I'm gonna get a burger. I'm only gonna eat half of it. I'm gonna eat half the chickpea fries, and I'm gonna eat the rest of it for dinner. right? So I go to order like the tavern burger with bacon and American cheese, and I'm excited about it all. And I
Love
order
it.
it medium rare. So the
Ooh.
burgers come, they put them down in front of me, and I just cut it in half. And the thing I noticed when I cut it in half is that it was like well done. It wasn't medium rare. And I was like,
Ew.
whatever. I'm gonna eat it. So I eat it. I eat half of the burger, and right as I'm finishing half of the burger, the waiter comes by with a burger, and he goes, "Here's your burger." And I was like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's not your burger." And I went, "Oh, I didn't even notice." I was like, I thought something was weird about it because it wasn't cooked the way I wanted, but I didn't notice it wasn't my burger. And he goes, "Yeah, I can see the confusion between American cheese and blue cheese because I just ate half a burger that was covered in blue cheese and didn't have Amer-" And I was like, "Oh, wow, my brain lately has just been gone." So I could not eat any of the rest of it, but I also learned something very valuable that day. I can't eat hamburgers anymore. I haven't been like able to eat anything substantial since then. Like it's like all weekend, it's like all I could taste was hamburger. So I really get the idea like these shots work because all I want to eat are salads and vegetables, um, and maybe chicken, but nothing else because it just is. It's so heavy, fills up my stomach, makes me gross. Anyway, that was my week.
That sounds fun.
Do you know what else is fun?
Movies.
Horror movies.
Oh my God. Okay. There were several times watching this where I was like, Rick's probably being like, fuck you, Jeremy, for making me watch this movie.
Yeah. So
How'd you feel about it?
We were talking, debating what we're gonna watch. We decided we were gonna watch this movie called Whistle.
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 Am I saying that right, or do I have a lisp? I can't tell.
Whistle.
Which, by the way, I can't do anymore. I used to be able to, but
You
once I
can't
got
whistle?
braces, I can't whistle anymore.
Oh, hold on, wait. I'm gonna wet my lips. Hold on.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. I was gonna move past that, but if you want to bring it up, we can talk about it. Hold on.
My stomach, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can whistle. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I whistled.
no,
Nope.
I'm like the little train that couldn't.
Aw.
So we started to watch this because we're like, hey, like the
The
actors
main
play lesbians in it.
couple is lesbians.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lesbian romance.
And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. We're gonna watch a horror movie. We rarely do it because I hate horror movies.
No. Here's the funniest thing, because I know you hate horror movies. So I have mad respect for the fact that you went through with this. But all week,
Or did I just read the cliff notes?
Maybe we'll see.
Right,
Because
yeah,
I
what
wrote.
you're about to say is true. I want to tell you why. Before you say it, I want to say this.
Yeah.
Because we decided we were going to watch this, and I
Yeah.
went home, and as I do on Mondays when we get home, I say, hey, do y'all want to watch the trailer of what I have to watch? So we watched the trailer for this movie, Whistle, and it's like everything that I am petrified of and never want to be a part of shows up on TV. And it's like from the producers of The Nun, which I will never watch that movie. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, I love the Nun movies.
and then they're like, and like the writer of this other horrific horror show, and then they would say things like, pure adrenaline, you never get a chance to breathe, and then like things are jumping out and necks are cracking, and I'm like, who the fuck is gonna watch this? And so the people that I live with were like, you're on your own. And they're like, you're gonna have to watch that in the daytime, and you're on your own. We're not watching it with you. And I was like, somebody's watching this with me. And so then, because I saw that, I spent the next 5 days texting Jeremy every day.
He was like, have you heard of this movie? Well, you should watch this movie. And I was like, that doesn't come out till April 10th. We can't watch that right now. And he's like, what about this movie?
Or let me check this out. And then it always was like, but if we have to watch the horror movie, we can. And I tried to get out of it, and there was no getting out of it. So finally,
unfortunately, we're in a time period where there ain't a whole lot of queer films.
Yeah.
So I was like,
and it's new, so we're like,
he'll
hey,
be
let's do
fine. He'll be
So
fine.
So I get home from Marlowe's Tavern, and it's like, it's 6:00, and it's still light outside, and I'm like, we should watch it. And then Dylan looks up what time sunset is, and it gets dark right when it's done. And I'm like, I ain't letting the dogs out in the dark right after watching a horror movie. So we didn't watch it. We waited till the next day to watch it early enough. And I just want to say if you don't like horror movies, because you don't like to be scared, that this is a good one to watch because
Yeah, it's not bad.
the preview was way more frightening than the actual show. In
Yeah,
fact,
there's a
the
couple
show is
of
kinda
jump
dumb.
scares in it. Yeah, there's a couple of jump scares in it, but they're not even great jump scares.
No.
Now, I will say, this is not, I didn't hate this movie, but it is by the books horror film, like teen horror film. Down to, have you ever seen well, you probably haven't. Caitlin may have. If you've ever seen Cabin in the Woods, where it breaks down the archetype of a horror movie, this legit follows it to the point where there's 5 main characters and they fit into each of the categories. In fact, halfway through the movie, I was like, they had to have seen Cabin in the Woods, and this is like a call out to them because there's 5 main characters and they fit into each one of the archetypes. It's crazy.
I don't really understand Cabin in the Woods. I think this last week I ended up watching like 30 minutes of it, which is probably why I don't understand it, because they were in an RV trying to get away, and then all of a sudden they were in something that looked like they were part of in a room of 1,000 rooms. And I was like, what? I don't know what's happening here. And then people were trying to make sure that they die. I will watch it. So I think I will, because it was interesting
it's a good
enough.
movie.
And it's I like subtle horror, but like, I think when horror has someone like something supernatural, like a dead person trying to kill people, or especially dead children, I want nothing to do with it. Exorcisms type movies, petrified, don't want anything to do with it. So but this one was fine, aside from the fact that it was just dumb. It was fine.
It's a stupid movie. It is the typical stupid horror movie for teens to go and watch and scream at a couple of jump scares. The story is not anything new. In fact, in Cabin in the Woods, they talk about the 5 archetypes, and they're all in here. You have the final girl, who in this one is Chris. The only difference in this one is the love interest is another girl. Traditionally in horror films, it's a guy, but this one, it's Ellie. And then you have the jock, you have the slut, and you have the stoner. And they're all 5 there. Even the stoner, who doesn't smoke weed, still talks like he's high all the time. And that's Rel. And I was like, you're not even high. You're talking about how you don't like drugs, but you're still the stoner.
Was that the Crow?
Yeah, that was the Crow.
Isn't he dressed like the Crow towards the end?
Yeah, during the festival, he's dressed as the Crow.
Yeah, I did.
But that's the stoner.
Did you recognize the girlfriend?
Yeah, the girlfriend is from. Wait a minute, which one? Ellie?
Sophie Nelson. I don't.
Yeah, she's from Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, she's the actress.
She's the actress.
Rivalry.
Yeah. And I don't know if you watch. Did you watch Logan with Hugh Jackman?
No, but I did see that the star of it was in that.
The main girl, the final girl, is is X-23, the girl, the Wolverine's daughter in that one.
And that dude from Wednesday is the drug dealer.
He's the drug dealer preacher.
Hey, do you know the teacher? Like at the beginning?
Nick Frost, yeah.
He's Hagrid in the new Harry Potter series.
He's going to be Hagrid in the new Harry Potter. He's also in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
He's the other, because there's 2 of them. There's Simon Pegg and there's Nick Frost, who did Shaun of the Dead, At World's End, and Paul, and there was another Hot Fuzz. They did all 4 of those movies together. All of them are great. When I saw Nick Frost, I was like, this is going to be a good movie. Nick Frost wouldn't be in a bad movie. And then I watched it, I was like, all right, I guess Nick Frost needed a paycheck, because he's like, just pay me money for this one. Because it's not a great movie.
I knew,
but it's fun.
Here's when I knew that the movie wasn't going to be scary. First of all, the basketball player in the beginning, the 35-year-old high school student, who...
Okay, I wrote this down. I was like, no one at the high school is under 35.
No one.
They're all old.
I mean, except for like the main characters, maybe. Oh, one thing I did like about the whole little group, the little main group, is that they were like bullying that new girl. And then after detention, they were like, okay, bullying her is stupid. We're all friends. And so I was like, that was kind of cool. But so the 35-year-old basketball player who wins the championship and then dies. When he was killed,
Yeah.
he was taking a shower.
You see the top of his ass, which is actually kind of nice.
And caught fire. And I thought, like, how do you explain this? How are you going to explain that this guy caught on fire while taking
in a shower?
And
you don't
burned
explain things in horror movies. You
so
just
I was
accept
like, immediately
them.
I was like, this is absurd. It's not scary. It's fine.
You know what I wrote down in that scene? I wrote, this guy just got fisted in the mouth by a burnt monster. Rick is not going to like this movie. Because he fisted him. He just shoved his fist down his mouth. Yeah.
Here's a note that I have that's just from Dylan. This is like how we cope with horror movies is like we look at other things to ridicule. So we're not scared watching it. But when she got dressed to go to school, Dylan goes, I've never been at a school that had a dress code where you could show your belly button. So we're just pointing out.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, the friend that played basketball.
Yes.
The white kid. He is in Boston Blue. I mean, I don't advocate for that show anymore because it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
but he's the guy who remember we talked about this. It was he plays Donnie Wahlberg's kid, but he's new. He's not. They hired a different actor than they had in what was the other one called before Boston Blue?
Maybe.
Holy shit! What was it called?
Blue Bloods.
Yeah, he was in. So they didn't keep the same kid from Blue Bloods. They recast him because the kid they was too.
Listen. Bad. My wine bottle, empty. I drank the whole thing. And the fact that I could still remember Blue Bloods makes me so happy.
I'm impressed. Prison treats you well. It's good on you. You're doing really well.
Thanks.
Anyway, so the premise of this movie is that there's this ancient whistle, and people think it's like, oh, it's the call death. And so they blow it, and it's this screeching, terrible noise. But really what it is it calls your death. So however you die.
Anybody who hears it. Yeah.
Yeah. However you die when you die, that comes to find you now, and it kills you that way now, which is weird.
Okay. So 2 things I want to point out. Well, actually, a couple of things I want to point out. First, Grace, who is the first one to die, who does homework in a hot tub. So they all go to her house. She blows
35-year-old Rich
whistle.
Grace does.
And 35-year-old Grace is in the hot tub with her books laid out on the side of the hot tub doing her paper. And I was like, nobody does their fucking homework in the hot tub. That's so stupid.
Yelling like, is that you, little brother? Stop trying to scare me.
It's so dumb. So then they were like, oh, we need to go return this whistle, this death whistle, to the kid.
To the lady that died at the Red Wedding.
The mother of the kid who is Catelyn Stark from Game of Thrones. Yeah. I was like, oh, honey, is this the only work you can get?
I know. Wow.
How the mighty have fallen.
She's good for a horror movie, though. She is,
though. I love her. She was really good.
Yeah.
So they go through, and it's the same tropes as every horror movie. One at a time, the 5, they start dying. Grace is the first, who's the slut. They call her the slut, but she's like the easy one. And she apparently was going to die of old age. So her old lady self kills her. The other thing, after she dies, Dean, who's the jock, is in love with her, as in all horror movies. The jock is in love with the slut. He's sitting on his bed. And did you see? He has an engagement ring. I was like, dude, I know you're in your 30s, but you're in high school. You can't propose to this girl.
He has been in high school for 20 years looking for the right one.
He finally spinning the fucking engagement ring, opening and closing, and I was like, dude.
And it's predictable and obvious. Like he drinks and drives the whole show, so you know that he's gonna die.
He's gonna die in a
accident.
drink it. Yeah.
So
and he sure does.
So this is like what's absurd about it. So he's in his bedroom, and his parents are like trying to come into the bedroom because he's screaming, and he's like, no, I can't open the door, I'll let it in, and no. So his drunk driving self, who's dead in the future, comes to kill him in the drunk driving way.
Where did he come from?
And all of a sudden,
where did he come from?
The closet.
He came out of the closet.
And like And like, how bad of an accident was this? Because he like ripped this guy to shreds. So
Okay.
then the parents open the door and there's their kid like body
hanging in the air.
Right. Like, how do you explain that? Like, you
Now-
call the paramedics over and you're like, hey, he died. And you're like, how?
He looks like he was in a car accident. Now, as stupid as this is, I will say the deaths were really cool. Like, the effects of the death are really fucking cool.
The crow's death was pretty. That was pretty cool. And then I wrote down this. Imagine that you're in this situation and you see your friend. So he got a job at a metal worker place, a metal mill.
Yeah, he's working at a steel factory.
Steel factory, and his death is like he gets caught and ground up.
He fell in the grinder, and it grinds him
up. This is later in life where this happens.
Yeah.
So that death comes to find him now, and he's just standing there, and all of a sudden his body just starts getting ripped away.
Yeah.
It starts spurting out, and it's just he's like, and his two friends are holding his hand while this is happening. And I'm thinking to myself,
like they're going to be able to stop it.
How do you have the will to live? I mean, honestly, if either one of you are like dying like that, it's basically like your body is just turning into spitting blood. And I'm holding your hand. And when you're gone and dead and you just disappear and blood explodes everywhere, I'm thinking to myself, okay, take me now. What I would have no will to live after that. Like, how do you wake up the next day and are like, I think I'll have breakfast? I don't know.
Because, I mean, what's the alternative? Dying?
Yes.
I don't want to die.
I do not believe that my brain would be able to handle something like that.
I understand.
Yeah, I would end it.
The whole thing, it's basically, the little whistle, they're all going to die. So they find out that you can avoid your death from this thing if you make a blood sacrifice. So you cut yourself and you put your blood on someone else. So we forgot to mention, there is a drug dealing preacher in this movie who runs a church, but also deals drugs. So
he was in Wednesday.
Yes, he's from Wednesday.
And he didn't get invited back to the second season because there were allegations of sexual misconduct, which he denies. And I tried to look up, and there's been no further developments on that. But it's like I read like the things that he was putting out there, and if what he's saying is true, that's really awful. Like somebody that he doesn't even know. This is according to somebody he doesn't even know just started a rumor because he was famous. Like that's his take on it. I don't know what happened.
I don't know the details. Sure, but I mean, according to him, white men get the short end of the stick. So I hope it works out for him.
That will not be the title of the show.
So he's a drug dealing preacher, and I don't want to give this just came out, so I don't want to give the whole ending away. Yeah. We just gave so much of the movie away, but it's got the girl from Heat of Rivalry, and it's got the girl from Logan. If you like stupid slasher films, you'll like this. If you're not a slasher film kind of guy or a horror film kind of person, you're not going to like this.
What do you think Rotten Tomatoes was?
I mean, this is not something critics are going to... I'm going to say 50 critics and 50 audiences. Oh, no, I'll go 50 audiences, 60. Oh, you said 6. I'll say 60 audiences.
64 is critics and 54 is audiences.
Oh, I would have thought that would have been reversed, honestly. But as I'm saying this, I look at Caitlin on my TV. I think Caitlin would enjoy this. It's a stupid horror movie. Caitlin loves horror movies like I do. So Caitlin would enjoy this. Rick would not enjoy this. Rick probably was like, I hate that you made me watch this.
I'm going to give it 1.5 grapes. It wasn't terrible.
I'll give it 2.5 grapes.
If I had to watch this or what did we watch last time?
What did we watch last week?
Christ.
I don't even remember.
It wasn't good from what I remember.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I would watch this 100 times again before I would watch Naked Boys Singing.
Okay, now I got to ask you this because I'm pretty sure you didn't watch this part. Did you know there's a mid-credit scene?
Yes.
Oh, you did watch it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to watch it because what a C word.
Okay. So the way that it ends is the two main girls, the couple, they survive.
You weren't gonna
And
tell everybody.
oh shit. Well, if you want to watch this, turn away. Because I just thought this was kind of funny. So they're going about and they're in school and they kiss and it's like, hey, oh, and they keep passing by this hallway that has the progressive pride flag on it. So you know that it's a gay friendly school. So they're kiss in front of the pride flag. We're like, good for them. And all's right with the world. They survive. And then this other student comes in and she goes to her locker and she opens it and the whistle is in there. And then credits start. So it's like, ooh, sequel. So I'm on my phone looking up information to write like stats and stuff for this podcast. And then the credits, about halfway through the credits, it cuts to an assembly. And I was like, oh, wait, there's another scene. So if you're watching this movie, there's a mid-credit scene.
The scene I wish so desperately for Hail Mary to
turn this podcast off because you don't want to know how it ends. So they're sitting in the assembly, and the girl who found the jar with the whistle in it in her locker, she plays the violin. And this assembly is she's going to be performing the violin. And the teacher's like, all right, here comes, blah, blah, blah. She's going to perform for y'all. So she comes out, she sets it down, and then pulls out the whistle and starts to blow in the whistle. And the two lesbians in the audience are like, no! And she blows in it, and the whole audience grabs their ears because they hear the whistle. And I went, fuck.
Yeah.
Legit. I'm watching the movie, and I go, fuck, because it cuts to the rest of the credits. I was like, you just fucked over that whole school.
Right.
I hope you're proud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop, beep, boop, boop. They all.
Beep, boop, boop. Anyway. They all dead.
Yeah. I wanted to say, I meant to tell you this story when I talked about my week, because we're done talking about this movie, right?
We're done.
I'm flying to New York Wednesday morning. We pick up the keys to the apartment. Dylan's super excited, to check it out and all this stuff. So we're going up there, and in an effort to have a place to sit, we've ordered furniture to be delivered on April 1st. So we went on. We're trying to like mitigate costs. So all the stuff I wanted, we're not ordering all of that stuff. We're like, some of it's coming from Amazon, some of it's coming from IKEA. But so the stuff that's coming from Amazon that we wanted to get, I keep checking the date of when it says it'll be delivered and waiting for it to say April. So it said April 1st through 3rd. So when it said April 1st through 3rd, I said, order it. So we ordered it so that we knew it would be there for the 3 days that we're going to be there, and we'd get it. It'd be great, right? And then there's other stuff like for the office part of the apartment, like like for when I'm there, the place that I need to work from. There's stuff I need to order, but that comes a lot faster. So I've been waiting for that. So I was like, on Saturday, I said, well, let me check and see what the delivery date of this stuff is. And Amazon said that my other stuff had already been delivered. So on Saturday, they delivered a sleeper sofa and a dresser to an apartment I don't live in.
Yikes.
And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I really was just like, I don't even know what to do. Like, did they even take it inside? One of the things got delivered at 4 a.m. I was like, nobody's up at 4 a.m. to let them inside. Like, how do they get in? What do they do?
If it marks as delivered, it's inside.
Okay.
Yeah, as somebody who has had frequently Amazon show up and try to get into the building, if they can't get into the building, they don't mark it as return or mark it as delivered. They'll only mark it delivered if they can get in the building.
Well, okay, that's good to know. I was freaking out, and I told Dylan, I was like, I know it's Saturday, but you got to text the super and find out if like where this stuff is. And I was messaging the other places like, what is wrong with you? Like, I specifically ordered for this date. They're very unhappy about it all because I'm thinking like it's a lot of money, and I'm like, we just lost a bunch of money. So he messages the super. It was late. I said, just acknowledge that you're doing a bad thing, because it's probably like this high maintenance gay that doesn't even live here constantly messages me. So then he didn't get back to us that night. I didn't expect it. He didn't get back to us on Sunday, and he didn't get back to us today. I told Dylan, I was like, you've got to message this guy again. Like, I'm going crazy. Like, and so he messaged the guy and said, did you see my message? Is everything cool? Is it in there? Is it going to be fine until we get there? And he sent a picture. The boxes are there. and he says it'll be okay. So I hope. Listen, if you live in my building, please don't steal my couch. I'll be there on the 1st.
Oh, he didn't even move it into the apartment?
Well, I mean, in his defense, it's a 3rd floor walk up, and it's a sleeper sofa. Like,
oh, they didn't take it up to your floor?
no, it's on the floor.
Oh,
I think.
I hate when they do that.
I have to see. I don't know. Let me look at the photo. Ain't got nothing else to do. I'll check it out and let you know. So anyway,
right.
I wanted to read this to you though because I'm getting like an office set up in there for the times that I'm there, and I just noticed this chair that I'm gonna buy, and I was reading the description today and it made me laugh. So I want to share with you. This is my desk chair that I'm gonna get for when I'm up there. It's the KCC furry desk chair. Mid-century modern accent, comfy armchair with faux fur for teen girls. I didn't know it said for teen girls on it before, and I'm like, hey, there you go. It's cute. We'll put a picture of it on the podcast so that everybody can see.
I can't wait to see what it looks like
on the podcast socials. So yeah, I'm excited. Dylan's excited because he gets to see this apartment that he's going to live in. And I'm excited because it's an excuse to go to New York and I get to see a couple of shows. I'm definitely seeing Titanic, which is super gay. I wish that you didn't have to work every day so that you can go with us because it's got Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons, I know,
and
is in
somebody
it.
else who I refuse to talk about. Just kidding. Love you, Frankie.
Frankie Grande.
Yeah, Frankie Grande's in it. I was not a fan of him on Big Brother. That's okay. I'm sure he's great in this.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that. And we're going to see Death of a Salesman. We're definitely going to TKTS to get tickets to see Death of a Salesman. So I'm excited about all that.
Yeah, I'm going to see that before Nathan Lane leaves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love him.
And Laurie Metcalf.
Yes, I love her
great.
too.
And it's got that kid. The kid from, he's one of the Butler kids in The Gilded Age. He plays one of his kids.
I don't watch that show.
It's good. So anyway, I have no idea what we're covering next week, but we will be back.
Oh, we'll find something. And until then, the cork is back in the bottle.